There's been many animals that cannot withstand the rigorous of nature. Every day is a challenge for them to survive. Some species that live in harsh parts of Africa have even more difficulty in finding food and fighting of predators. But there's an illustration warrior that never disappoints us, the honey badger. In the fearless and thorniest animal in the world, it battles with the ferocious and merciless animals and are still frequent in the African continent. But the honey badger becomes immortal in every battle. To know why it can possess that special ability, please watch our video and don't forget to follow and comment on the topics you want to discover here. And now let's take a look at the honey badger. The honey badger leads a rather active life. In the harsh eras of arrows or desert, they are a species that is less likely to become extinct because of their wide distribution and high adaptability to all environments. In particular, the honey badger often has a brave fighting spirit and fights fiercely and ferociously. They always seem to have a crazy blood available in them, so that any encounter with honey badger for any other species is more or less good. Honey badgers have been around for quite a while, and they are closely related to their weasel cousins. Badgers can also emit foul odors from the anus, and they often do so to fend off predators. However, before using this secret weapon, I just only like to use sharp iron teeth and strong claws to defeat their opponents. In many encounters, fighting with powerful species such as a leopard, it would be surprising if you caught a honey badger, showing great martial affection, is always willing to protect its children and never shy away from any species. When a leopard was attacking its cub, badger was very agile and decisively rushed to save. In the cup, the leopard was also surprised by how good the jump of the honey badger was, so we'd had to run away. Although it can also use its strength to greatness to overwhelm the honey badger. But in this case the fighting spirit is too high. It's better for the leopard to just leave at the stage, for the mother and the daughter to show their love, and after driving a bad guy away from his child. Honey badger also calmed down, and his son has injured his hind leg. That wound will quickly heal, because the honey badger's skin is very thick. The legs are short, but extremely sturdy. They are one of the most active species, galloping across the vast savanna. It can be seen that in this approach, the leopard, the honey badger has won and protected its cubs, thanks to its fierceness, fatal and accurate blows causing the leopard to flee. Snake hunting is also one of the honey badger's top hobbies. In addition to honey, which can be considered the most favorite for the honey badger, there are also snakes. But definitely, badgers will target poisonous snakes to hunt. It often enjoys what is a difficult, rather than work out what is too easy to do. In the natural world, few species have the spirit to face poisonous snakes, because species like cobras and vipers on land are all terrible killers. Yet, honey badgers can still be capable of knocking them down, biting off the head and slowly enjoying its delicious feast. That shows that the honey badger is a species that considers the weaknesses of the enemy to attack and take the life of its prey. Snakes are tough, resilient, and cruel creatures. A venomous snake can use its own venom to kill its prey in an instant. But since thick mandarin peels have sharp nails, with honey badgers that will restore a new order, right where snakes can become one of the top rulers. When we see the weakness of snakes in the head and the body, the badger will quickly attack, using sharp iron teeth to bite the head and the body of the snake. Perhaps without struggling for too long, the honey badger can devour its prey. There are a few cases where the honey badger was absorbed by the snake venom, causing its fate, but it was unharmed few hours later, suddenly rising and eating the rest of the snake meat. In the quiet of the night, the honey badger is also quite noisy and hasty in front of predators. It is often aggressive and belligerent. But it is not the empty honey badger that screams loudly. It really has a talent for manipulation, so we dares to call it that. But some species are often unaware of its muddiness and special abilities, so naturally mocking and wanting to take over the honey badger's lair. Honey badger usually does not let go of uninvited guests. It will find a way to drive away the wild dogs or hedgehogs. Even iguanas are not afraid to assert this territory and has been taken over. In those battles, the honey badger will observe the opponent and find the weak point of the species. Then it will calmly take steps and, of course, it will succeed. The honey badger will chase away ingredients that don't work but want to eat. Its food is sometimes quite varied. The honey badger is also very fond of fighting with large animals, including lions. The lions is a species that scares the whole wild world, but to the honey badger, as if it didn't even matter. That irritating honey badger is also an indecisible part of its active life. Honey badgers often aim at lions, only to spin around for a bit, and then know how to retreat. After all, lions are not as easy to play as other species, and a small guy with a length of only about 50 to 75 centimeters, like a honey badger, should not be attached to a lion. There have been cases of badgers, after playing with the lions, and then having to run away immediately after a note, but the lion did not even pursue because the badger skin is quite thick, and even if he eats it, it will not be able to chew well. This can all be seen as a success of a badger, when not being killed by a lion, but easily acquitted. Clemency as a natural world is rare, and if there is such a favor, it is none other than illustration warrior. The honey badger, one of the golden names in the coffee village. The honey badger succeeds, and it's immortal in all battles because of its tenacious appearance. Although the badge is smaller to many species, and that the badger's meat face, its extraordinary strength lies in its bravery. It is a species that does not give up and defies danger to hunt. Especially one of the bravest and the most stubborn animals in the world is the useful, complementary features of the honey badger's body that helps it to overcome challenges and fight the hand of death quickly. It is also an intelligent species, clever to escape those who want to make it. The rare meal, honey badger, is one of the animals that deserves to be commended because its spirit of generosity and strong desire to live has helped it survive in the midst of the harsh and difficult environment. Not as big and terrible as elephants or hippos, without many companions like hyenas or lions. Honey badgers often live alone. Only during the breeding season do they mate in pairs to forage, the rest just badgers, in the middle of the vast grasslands and the dangers that lie ahead. Yet for many years, the honey badger lived in a very glorious life. It has made many fans, and the fans love it because of its unique and funny personality. Hopefully, with the interesting information shared about this animal, you will give love and attention to one of the most tenacious warriors from the black continent of Africa. And now, good day. See you in the next video, and there will be many more interesting things about this character of the honey badger, the legendary name in the animal world, entertainment industry, waiting for you to discover them together in the future. Goodbye.